Your players are exploring the Delian Tomb, and it's time for the undead to spring forth from these coffins and attack. You already know that you can easily make the undead spawn by pressing this place on map button, and you can remove them again just as easily. But something we've added is the ability to put a button like this in a document, so you can click on this and all the coffins will open up, ready for the undead to spring forth. So you could do that, and then a moment later, place the undead on the map. You can also close the coffins again, so it's easy to both open and close them, perhaps when you're preparing the map or between encounters. I'm going to show you how you can set this kind of thing up in your own preparation. So the thing underpinning this is that when our map maker created the map, she added these little objects which represent the openings to the coffins, and you can turn them off and on. You can activate them or deactivate them. So a basic feature we have is you can enable an object or you can disable an object. If an object is disabled, it won't appear in the map at all for your players, and for you, you'll just get a faint outline of it and the ability to manipulate it. It's when an object is enabled that it actually becomes active and in play. So what you have to do is you have to give, of course, doing this one by one would not be quite as convenient. So you want to be able to activate them just all at once. And the way that you have to do this is you want to give all of these objects the same keyword. So when you select an object, it has a keyword here. Now, what you can do is if you go in objects mode, you can actually select a bunch of objects at the same time. I can even hold down shift and add all of these objects. So now I'm manipulating all of the objects at once. And you want to set a keyword. You can see that I've set up the keyword coffin lid on all of these objects. Now in the codex we have a concept of macros, and in chat you can type a macro, and a macro we have is called the activate objects macro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use activate objects coffin lid, and what that will do is that will activate all of the objects with the coffin lid keyword. You can use the same command but type deactivate at the end to deactivate them all. Now we know what the command is, we can go into our document, and if we edit the document, we'll see that you can create a button just by using double square brackets, and then anything you put a slash immediately after the double square brackets, and that means this is a macro. And you just type in the macro we used here. So I'm activate objects, coffin lid, and I don't have to put activate at the end because that's what it does by default, but I also can. And then you put this symbol, and then you put the text that you want to actually appear on the button. You do that and you'll get a button, and when the button is clicked, it'll run this macro.